Today we're looking at the eLEDLights 45 and 70 watt wall pack lighting system. In the box we have the main lighting unit, a shroud, instructions, and a round foam gasket with adhesive and some screws. Here's a side view of the wall pack. We can see that there's two screws that keep the housing together and a photo light sensor here. Here's the left side, and we can see there's two hinges, a standard 1/2 inch adapter for conduit, and if you notice that there's two screw holes, and of course this is where the shroud would attach. Here's your top view, and the main thing to see is there's an optional screw in for a 1/2 inch adapter for standard conduit, should you choose to run the wires from the top. Here's a back view, and we can see a number of interesting things. We can see three holes. Of course, these need to be drilled through if you're going to be mounting them this way. Or there's a secondary mounting where these things will mount on a standard round mounting fixture. And of course, that's what the gasket's for. So there's two various mounting and wiring options. Here's the inside of the case. You can see it's die-cast aluminum. As far as wiring goes, we can see we have one connector for the neutrals, and there's two neutral wires, one going to the photoelectric eye and the other one going to the power supply, and there's an open hole here for a third wire. So when you're hooking up power, the neutral will go here, and then there's another one with the black wire, and of course your line or hot wire would go in here hooked up the black, and your third connection would be to the case ground for safety. In the bottom, you can see they have a spirit level so that you can tell whether you got your thing flat or not. Here's the eLEDLights.com website, and you can see the two models they have. They have the 45 watt, and then they have the 70 watt. The main difference between the two is the 45 watt has 60 LEDs, and the 70 watt has 90 LEDs. You can see one's rated to be a 175 watt metal halide equivalent versus a 250 watt metal halide equivalent. Here's what the unit looks like with the shroud installed. Here we have the units mounted outside. To the left is the 70 watt unit, to the right is the 45 watt unit. Notice that the 45 watt unit has the shroud attached and the 70 watt unit does not. The units are both wired and powered right now, but since it's daytime, they are off. Let me give you a sense of how well this yard is lit up with these lights. Over here you can see we have the 70 watt bulb, and it's shining up, lighting up the ground. And I don't know if the camera sees this, but it's lighting up all these trees back here. I can see the wall. I can see back at least 150 feet. And now we're looking at the comparison with the 40 watt bulb that does have the shroud on it, as you'll see. You don't have to put those shrouds on if you don't want to. I guess you help out with the light pollution. And it lights up an adequate job. Not nearly as bright as a 70 watt bulb does. You can definitely see it's a lot brighter. But the 40 watt bulb does an adequate job. You can certainly see. And I guess it really depends upon how bright you need to have everything. But off in the distance, you can see an awful lot of stuff lit up. Okay, there's the 40 watt bulb. You can see it's got the shroud on it. And then we'll pan over to the left at the 70 watt bulb. And I can definitely tell it's brighter, but I don't think the camera can. And just pan down the ground here. Let's just come back and give an idea of how well the backyard is lit up here. Okay, here the 70 watt bulb does a great job of lighting all this area up. And the 40 watt bulb does actually a pretty darn good job of lighting things up too. Let's go out here and look at these things from a distance so you can get a better comparison between the two. Okay, we're back far enough to where you get them both in shot. I don't know if you're going to see much. Here again, we can see the light output from the 70 watt, and then we're panning over to the 40 watt. And they both have very adequate amounts of light. It's your choice. Thanks for watching.